empty chair. There used to be an empty chair at the back of my classroom. It wasn't a special chair. It was just empty because there was no one sitting in it. But then, one day, just 3 weeks after school started, the most exciting thing that could ever happen to anyone happened to me and my 3 best friends, and it all began with that chair. Usually, the best thing about starting a brand new term is that you get extra pocket money to buy new stationery with. Every year, on the last Sunday of the summer holidays, my mum takes me on an extra special adventure to hunt down my stationery set for the new school year. Sometimes I'd get so excited that my feet feel jumpy inside and I don't know which shop I want to go into first. There aren't many nice stationery shops where I live. They only ever have one boring dinosaur sets for boys or princess sets for girls. So Mum takes me on the bus and train into the city where there are whole streets of shops, even huge department stores that look like tall blocks of flats from the outside.
This is an excerpt from my favourite book, There's a Boy in the Girls' Bathroom. Mrs. Ebble handed back a language test. "Most of you did very well," she said. "I was very pleased. There were 14 A's and the rest B's. Of course, there was one F, but," she shrugged her shoulders. Bradley held up his test for everyone to see and smiled that same distorted smile. As Mrs. Ebble went over the correct answers with the class, Bradley took out his pair of scissors and carefully cut out his test paper into tiny squares. When the bell rang for recess, he put on his red jacket and walked outside, alone. "Hey, Bradley, wait up!" somebody called after him. Startled, he turned around. Jeff, the new kid, hurried alongside him. "Hi," said Jeff. Bradley stared at him in amazement. Jeff smiled. "I don't mind sitting next to you," he said. "Really?" Bradley didn't know what to say. "I have been to the White House," Jeff admitted. "If you want, I'll tell you all about it." Bradley thought for a moment, then said, "Give me $1 or I'll spit on you."
Suddenly, Preston was walking home from school one day when suddenly Preston remembered his mum had asked him to go to the shops. Preston was doing the shopping when suddenly he dashed out of the shop. He remembered he had left his shopping money in his school desk. Preston collected the money from his desk and was coming out of school when suddenly Preston decided to use the back door. On his way back to the shop, Preston stopped at the park and he had a little play. But suddenly, Billy the Bully shoved past him and he went down the slide. Preston climbed down from the slide and went to do the shopping. He was just coming out of the shop when suddenly, Mr. Plimp, the shopkeeper, called Preston back to say, "You've forgotten your change." At last, Preston arrived home. "Mum," he said, "I have the strangest feeling that someone has been following me suddenly." Preston's mum turned around and gave him an enormous cuddle.